Hey everyone, it's Char from Char's Fascination. This is a tester video. I used to have a pause button on my stuff and I'm trying to figure out where the heck did it go? Right, 'cause that would be nice to know. That's okay though. I'll just have to try to figure out some sort of editor program that I still can't seem to find for this. And it's okay. Just have my coffee. Don't mind my hair. I brushed it. My hair is having one of those days. And yeah, pretty much. Okay, when it came down to the pattern thing, right? Only one person said anything. Today is Sunday. So, yeah, historical pattern it is then. Thank you, Juliet. Now, like I was saying, with that historical pattern, you don't actually need to have boning. Why? Because I have really sturdy twill tape. Did you know that you can not only use the twill tape as the boning chambers, but if you press your fabric open, because this is why we give the seam allowance. Now, if we give a 1-inch seam allowance, you're basically going with that much of a boning channel. Think about where your stitching goes on that boning channel. You actually might want to give it more, just a little bit more of boning channel. So you actually might want to give it about 1.5 to 2-inch seam allowance so that when you press it open and stitch that fabric back, you aren't necessarily having to go in with twill tape and make a boning channel, but you can buy twill tape in different widths. Now, I have the one that is a 1/2 inch. That would not be sufficient for making the boning channel unless I'm making a really thin boning channel. There's a whole thing to this whole thing. And yeah, pretty much. So what will be coming up on the cutting table? Well, I was starting to make myself a pair of purple pajama pants, but those can kind of wait. I kind of like, some of us are kind of bleh, and really not all encouraged until like, I watched Morgan and now I feel like I need to do this thing. So, okay, here's the twist to this, right? I have some green fabric that just so happens to be an old table runner or tablecloth, whatever. The fabric is sturdy enough to be able to do a mock-up, so I'm happy with that. The cups on the garment will be doable. What am I going to lay into that? Well, when you do the cups, now remember, when you do your cups, your boobage cups, for this garment, what you're going to need to do is, I know a lot of people would say which stitcher. You could, but here's my thing. Hear me out on this. You actually want to put a fabric stabilizer in there, but don't put it all the way to the edge. And if a lot of people out there are not well educated in sewing, not only do you need a really good needle, but if you put that all the way to the edge for your seam allowance to be sewn on, you're going to have that needle. Okay, the cat's doing something funny. Anyway, don't mind me. The cat does doofy stuff. He's playing at the mirror. I always put my hand mirror's face down. I have a thing. Anyway, So back to what I was saying, because this will also create your boning channel around that breast cup. Okay? So the point to that is, when you're doing that and you leave that seam allowance without the fabric stabilizer, you do not have to worry about gunking up your needle. It can happen. Titten, what you doing, boo-boo? The cat's funny. His name is Titten. He can't really meow. He's still learning. What's he got? Sometimes he likes to play with spiders and bugs. He got something in his mouth. Did he catch something?
I think so.
He caught something, I think. It's winter. I think he got a mouse. We haven't seen mice in the house in a long time, but if he got one, did you get a mouse, boo-boo? Come on. I think he did. He got something. Stop playing with your catch. Anyway. Cats, they keep your house from having mice.
It wasn't big enough to be a mouse. So
You sure? Okay, anyway, he had caught something. But yeah, just remember that is that a fabric stabilizer can gunk up your needle. So anyway, remember that. So we will have an upcoming video on that. And I also watched Rachel Maskey do this. Oh my gosh. And I might do this. It's taking a contrasting fabric. On the other side of it, it becomes reversible. Like, that's fucking brilliant by itself. Tell me, like, that is not fucking brilliant. That is fucking brilliant. Anyway, so I do have my awl, a really good one. And I can just stitch the lacing holes by hand. And twill tape. Back to the thing on twill tape. Twill tape is also good lacing for your extant garments. So, am I going to make a skirt for this garment? So I guess it would be kind of like taking Rachel Maskey's bodice garment for that and making it reversible, but at the same time, take Morgan Donner's thing that she did. I'm just like a more grace. If I said it the other way, it'd be kind of morbid. Yeah, it would. That'd be the race morgue. We don't want that. Anyway, so remember, we have that coming up. So let me know in the comments below if you want me to just do it regular or if you would like to see the reversible. Now, if I do a reversible for the top half, hey, that's really cool. Don't expect me to do that with a skirt, though. That's a shit ton of fabric. Unless, of course, I make a circle skirt. Right. To me, even a square circle skirt, for me, I just don't lay it out like everybody else does. I lay it out a certain way and then I cut the waist at an angle, at a sweep. But that's me, that's how I do that. And then I lay in a waist banding. And the only reason that I really lay in that waistbanding is because you can actually lengthen that waistbanding and make it into a tieable piece. So it's like a wrap skirt, which historically more women actually wore a version of a wrap skirt historically than having buttons historically. Pay attention to these historical garments if you're interested in them. I'm also interested in getting this dress from Hope from Hope Scope. Oh my gosh, she doesn't know what to do with it, so she's going to sell it for $45. So I'm going to DM her later and tell her that that one with the extra piece, she only wants $45 for it. I'll take it off her hands and redo the thing. Abso-fucking-lutely. Because even though it came from an expensive bridal company, the fabric itself, did you see something up here on the top of the fridge? Don't mind the fridge. Something just like, that was weird. Anyway, this house is haunted. Who cares? But yeah, so I might see about that because I want to do oh my God, I need more coffee. Anyway, I want to do one of those gowns, right? And if I can get this expensive fabric for $45, I love a bargain. I love a bargain because it's a gala gown that I've been interested in making. Might not be for myself, but maybe somebody else would like a gala gown for a prom dress or something. I don't know. Sewing is a dying art, and not too many people out there make the prom dresses for these girls that can't really afford to go into a store and get a prom dress anymore. So I'm thinking, you know what? There are a lot of aspects to my skills. If I ever had the chance to, be somewhere where people aren't so freaking bougie, even my friend is tired of bougie people, aren't you? He's shaking his head, yes. Then there would be a chance to be able to have the Not Bougie Boutique. That would be a catchy name, the Not Bougie Boutique. Prom dresses and more. Oh, that's funny. Anyway, like I said, leave kindly in the comments below because this video is already 13 minutes and I didn't mean for it to be like that. I need to finish my coffee, do the dishes, and there aren't really a lot, like 2 or 3 things, that's it. And stay happy, stay healthy, stay positive, and as always, stay blessed. Be grateful for what you have today, because you never know what happens the rest of this year, and I will see you in the next one.